What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. It's been a minute since I've uploaded, almost a week, and I do apologize for that. I had some things come up, but we're going to play catch up in this video, as well as present some new information. Maybe you heard, maybe you haven't. And before I give you a quick breakdown of the highlights in this video, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Now, as for the highlights, we have an upcoming Soulfly Air Jordan 10 collaboration releasing. We also have release information on the Nike SB Air Jordan 1 Low UNC, as well as a new Air Jordan 1 model coming next year. Other than that, we have a bit more from Jordan brand, a good amount from Nike, and a handful of things from adidas. And without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. The first piece of news we have to talk about comes from adidas, and as most of you know, during fall 2019, we will see the adidas Yeezy 500 Soft Vision, which is a shade of pink, and Bone White release. But there is another pair which is known as Stone. This pair features a suede and mesh construction, and then we pretty much have beige running throughout. In addition, we'll have reflective detailing on the piping and a gum rubber outsole. At the time of shooting this, a set release date is unknown. However, they are expected to drop during October, and retail price will be $200. Next, we have a first look at the adidas Yeezy Boost 700 magnet. Now, in the previous video, that image that I showed was a Photoshop, and the retail release looks like it's going to be a bit darker, the shades of gray used on the upper in comparison to the Photoshop. In addition, lighter shades of gray will be seen around the heel, a cream shade on the midsole with some hits of orange, and then a gum outsole. So we don't have a set release date for this pair as well, but they're expected to drop during September, and retail price will be $300. The last piece of news from adidas, this is another Photoshop, and it's the adidas Yeezy Boost 700 being called Teal Blue. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the official name, but that's what they're being called as of now. And as you can see, we have this teal blue type shade that overlays the toe area and creeps up across the side panels. In addition, we have various shades of gray throughout, and then orange on the laces. So like I mentioned, this is a Photoshop, so the actual release could look different. And falling in the theme of the other Yeezy releases I just showcased, this pair doesn't have a set release date as well, but they're expected to drop this fall, and retail price will be $300. I believe it was 2016 when Nike reintroduced the Nike Air More Uptempo to the market, and one of the first colorways, if not the first colorway, was the OG black and white pair. And since then, we've seen various colors, materials, and even designs used on the model. Next up is the Nike Air More Uptempo Denim. This pair comes dressed in a white, obsidian, and total orange color combination, featuring 3 shades of denim used across the upper. White lands on the laces, outlines the large air, and covers the midsole and rubber outsole. The last detail on this shoe is hits of orange, which is used on the branding on the tongue, insole, and outsole. So our first release date, and this pair is set to drop on August 10th. Retail price will be $160. We got a couple release dates for the Undercover Nike Daybreak, as well as official images, and first up we're going to talk about is the University Red pair. This pair comes highlighted in University Red. As you can see, that runs across the panels, and then black wraps the heel, lands on the swoosh, tongue branding, laces, and rubber outsole. We also have splatter detailing around the heel and hits of off-white. So this pair is dropping August 1st. Retail price will be $160, and you can grab these on Nike sneakers. The next pair is known as Obsidian, and this pair comes dressed in Obsidian, Gold Dart, and Cell. So pretty much we have the same theme here, with the exception of the colors being changed. Obsidian runs across the base. We have yellow used on the swoosh, as well as the laces, speckled / splatter type detailing across the heel and used on the midsole. And then we have a black rubber outsole. So this pair is also dropping August 1st. Retail price will be $160, and you can pick these up on Nike sneakers. This next bit of news comes from Soul Heat on Feet as well as Z Sneakerhead Z, so shout out to them. And recently we've learned that the Sacai Nike LDWaffle will return in 2020 in 2 colorways. One will come in triple black, the other in triple white. So the images used is a Photoshop, so more than likely they're going to look something similar to this, but that's not confirmed. If they do drop like this, they'll come in the same theme, which is double laces, double tongues, and double swoosh logos. Now, other than that, we don't have much more information. We do know they're going to drop during February 2020, and the retail price will be $160 each. New images of the Sacai Nike Blazer Mid has arrived. Originally, this pair was said to drop during spring. However, spring is now in the past, so now they're expected to drop this fall. They come dressed in a simple white and wolf gray color combination, and once again they're using the double theme, which includes double tongues, laces, and swoosh logos. And with these new images that we have, it does showcase how they look on feet. Other than that, we have Nike and Sacai branding on the heel. There isn't a set release date for this pair, but they're going to drop this fall, and retail price will be $140. If you're a fan of the Nike Air Max 90, I have good news that I'm going to leak to you guys this week. Not only is an OG colorway returning in 2020, but the overall look of the model will be more true to the 1990 release. Now, I'm getting that article together and I'm going to leak that very, very soon, possibly even have it in tomorrow's video if there's enough news. But before that takes place, we recently learned that Undefeated and Nike are going to collaborate on 3 upcoming colorways of the Nike Air Max 90. Now, shown is photoshops of each, kind of like a drawn, almost illustration type look, and just use this as a representation of what's to come. But the first pair will be dressed in platinum tint, and cell. The next will come dressed in black, anthracite, and rush pink. Last but not least is Pacific blue, vast gray, and vivid purple. Now each pair will release during spring 2020. There isn't a set release date, and retail price will be $150 each. Now, before I wrap this up, Undefeated and Nike are also going to release the Air Max 90 this year. As of now, we know that they're going to come during fall, but we don't have a specific date. And there's going to be a total of 8 colorways releasing. Just to recap those colors, this includes Black Blue Fury, Black Opti Yellow, Black Green Spark, Black Solar Red, White Opti Yellow, White Solar Red, White Blue Fury, and White Green Spark. So there's going to be a run with a white base and then a run with a black base, and retail price will be $150 each. On to Jordan Brand, and we're going to talk about a few upcoming Jordan Mars 270 releases. Now, I know most people don't like this model. However, I've seen a few people that actually appreciate me adding these into the video. So if you don't like it, I do apologize, but we're going to go over the 2. And the first one somewhat resembles the Air Jordan 6 DMP, which is going to return in 2020. And this pair comes dressed in a simple black and metallic gold color combination, featuring black nubuck across the upper, metallic gold lance on the midsole, as well as some of the branding and the heel. Obviously the midsole, it pops a lot more than other places on the shoe. Last but not least, we have a blacked out Max Air unit and rubber outsole. So this pair, there's no set release date. More than likely there won't be. They're just going to show up to retailers when they do, and then they'll throw them on the shelf. But retail price will be $160. Next up is the Jordan Mars 270 Shattered Backboard. Now this year, they're really going to milk this whole Shattered Backboard look. Now don't get me wrong, there's a few releases that I'm looking forward to. Well, just one, and that's the Air Jordan 1 Low Shattered Backboard. Although I can't pull off lows, but I'm going to pick that pair up and just have them in my collection because I do have a few of the past Shattered Backboard releases. This is a pair I won't be picking up, but for those that are interested, I'll go over the shoes really quick. They feature a white, black, and starfish color combination. Leather used throughout. We have white wrapping the heel, black on the overlays and around the toe, and then we have starfish on top of the toe, midsole, and the heel, and then last but not least, a milky translucent outsole. Again, there isn't a set release date for this pair, but they will be releasing soon, and just like the DMP, they'll just start showing up at retailers, and when that happens, they'll throw them on shelf. And retail price is set at $160. It looks like Jordan Brand is releasing a Air Jordan 1 High Premium that is similar to the Air Jordan 4 Mushroom as far as colors go and a few of the other smaller details, but this pair is known as Fossil and they come dressed in a black, fossil, and pale ivory color combination. Using leather throughout, Fossil lands on the overlays while black wraps the heel, hits the tongue, toe, laces, collar, liner, and swoosh. We then have white on the midsole and a translucent outsole. Now we only have one image of the shoe, and if you look closely, we have a lace jewel, which will feature an iridescent finish, just like some of the elements on the Air Jordan 4 Mushroom. Now we don't have a set release date for the shoe, but they're going to drop sometime during August, and retail price will be $160. In the last video, I talked about a new Air Jordan 1 model releasing in 2020, and I was waiting on it to leak. And I do that so I could space out my leaks accordingly so I have enough information over the course of a week. But sometimes it fails me because other people with this information could leak it before me, and this is what happened. But big shout out to Soul Heat on Feet because he leaked this info. But I do have a little bit something different as far as release dates go than what he presented. But what we have, obviously this is a Photoshop on the screen, but dropping in 2020 is the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom R2T. I have no idea what the R2T stands for, but this pair will feature Zoom Air cushioning. It seems like 2020 will definitely be the year that the Air Jordan 1 goes through this whole reshape and rehaul of things. And one of the first colorways of this model to release will come dressed in white and racer blue. Now, more than likely, there's going to be additional colorways releasing of the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom R2T, but as of now, this is all I know. And Soul Heat on Feet originally reported that this shoe would drop during January of 2020. Now, it's very possible that that happens, but I was told that a release date is set for March 14th, 2020. Again, what this really means is they could release between January or March, anywhere in between, but we'll hear more information soon. And the retail price on this pair has gone up and they'll cost $175. Over the weekend, it was WNBA All-Star Weekend, and during the festivities, an interview went on with WNBA All-Star starter Kia Nurse, and this is where we received a few new images of the Air Jordan 4 Mushroom. Now, I know a lot of people are let down for the fact that this shoe is a women's exclusive release, but hopefully the size range is a lot higher. We'll have to wait and see. But the shoe features what appears to be either suede or nubuck across the upper. That's done in mushroom, which is almost like a wheat shade. And then we have black detailing throughout. And then on the Jumpman, located on the tongue and heel, it'll actually feature an iridescent finish. Now, as for the release information, as of now, this pair is set to drop on September 19th. That date isn't confirmed. However, that's what it's looking like as of now. And retail price will be $190. I'm a huge fan of the Air Jordan 1 UNC, preferably the OG model. However, this is very nice and clean. And this is the Nike SB Air Jordan 1 Low UNC. I actually missed out when the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG UNC released, but a year or two later, I wound up buying them for 170 plus shipping, so it came out to like 185 in dead stock condition. So I feel like now definitely got a steal on those. But this is another pair I do plan on picking up. And as you can see, it comes dressed just like the OG UNC, just in low. We have leather used throughout, blue on the overlays in swoosh, while white hits the toe, panels, wings branding on the heel, midsole, and laces. Now, it's being reported that this release is inspired by the shoes that Costin's mom used to buy him on sale for $24, and there's going to be a price tag on the inside of the tongue. As for a release date, this pair is dropping on August 2nd, originally reported for August 10th, but it looks like they're going to release much sooner than that, and retail price will be $110. Now, personally, I feel like this shoe has a lot of hype behind it, but at the time of shooting this, this shoe has yet to arrive on Nike sneakers. So maybe a bigger release on Nike sneakers will take place on August 10th, or maybe they'll show up on the app soon. Last week, we learned about a new Soulfly Air Jordan collaboration that's going to come out later this year, and this is the Soulfly Air Jordan 10. Now, before I run down on the details, I just want to make note that this image is a Photoshop, just used to be a representation of what they could look like, but we could see something totally different. Now, the official colorway of this collaboration will be velvet brown, black, reflect silver, and parachute beige. They're also expected to have Soulfly branding. I'm not sure where, probably the tongue, if anything. And now let's get into the release info. They are expected to drop December, but that isn't confirmed. A release date could take place earlier than that, and we don't have a retail price as of yet. Also, this pair is expected, it's not confirmed yet, to release exclusively at Soulfly in-store and online, which in my opinion kind of sucks. It's kind of a letdown, but more information on this pair will be available soon. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Expect a few new things to leak this week. At least from my side, I'm sure there's going to be a lot more than that. And with that being said, let me know in the comments what you liked in this video, what you disliked, and if you haven't done so already, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.